Everybody, and welcome back to the Detroit Tigers franchise here on Out of the Park Baseball 25. Your Detroit Tigers have finally been bested as the Portland Beavers beat us 4-3 in the 2033 World Series. We gave it everything except Tommy Roberts. Okay, I'm not gonna throw Tommy Roberts under the bus too bad, but he really didn't help. But yes, this team gave it everything we had. Just was not enough, and the streak ends at 5. But hey, the pressure's finally off. Let's get into the off season, shall we? It's taking longer than it fucking should. Come on. Okay. So far, well, I've already taken care of that. One of our, I think it was the fucking, I think it was my assistant GM retired. And I don't think I'm going to replace him. Our contract got extended. New budget. Our budget got dropped like 10 million, and we exercised the contract option on Young Sung Kim, who it's $20 million, but we're a bit thin on pitching because Matt Scott's going to be out all of next season. Nate Crook, I'm still not sure if he's truly there yet. Yamamoto and Job are both very, very good, but really not in a position where we can get rid of a top tier starter. We also chose to accept the extension on Sanchez, though we did not accept Tanner Scott's 1-year contract option. So salary arb. Bringing back everybody. Tommy Roberts forced me to fucking salary arbitration because I dared ask him to take $10 million. He did not like that. We're not bringing back Scott or Klein or Brian Ricciardo. And here are basically all of the minor league guys who we're going to let go. Player development, dev lab. I'm not... What? Game? Okay, I'm just confused. Like I've given him a fucking 3-year contract extension that we're working on, but I'm a bit confused by this. He's very clearly on the team. Regenerate the same face picture. Okay, there he is. But yes, we actually signed John Howard, or as we're going to call him from here on out, Buddy Howard, to a 1-year minor league extension, to a 1-year minor league contract during the postseason. I've actually gone and offered him a 3-year contract extension. We'll see if he signs it to play for the next 3 seasons here. Yeah. Though the problem with John Howard is that his control is fucking abysmal. So we are going to try and work on his control. John Howard's the guy with the knuckleball that we faced a few years ago. He was pitching for Nashville during the regular season. His control just sucks. I think we need just to try and I think that this player can be fixed. We just need to work with him. Here's his pitching line in the major leagues. He's pitched for Nashville for 2 years. He's pitched for Pittsburgh. He struck out a lot of guys. Like, he has a very good K/9. The problem is he gives up way too many home runs and way too many walks. So we're going to try and work on his controls, see if that gets boosted. If that gets boosted, we could be cooking. Trying to speed up Guk Sung Oh's development a little bit. We'll see what happens there. Ricky Hughes, we're trying to work on his control. Bobby Perryman's probably going to be the guy who gets the fifth spot in the rotation next year. Whether he gets the movement increase or not, I think we've tried this like 5 or 6 years with Connor Bennett. Williamson, we're trying to work on his power a bit. Ben Fletcher, his plate discipline. We also have a contract extension out on Fletcher. I will show you that once it gets fucking signed. Colt, Keith, and Shonwell were working on their bat speed, and Sobers were trying to work on his control because he's had fucking abysmal control in his entire time here, and like this fastball slider and insane movement should be something that we can deal with. That and he is insane ground balls. So like, I think Sobers can be that kind of reliever for us for years to come. The thing is, he just needs to get his fucking control under control. But yeah, there's the dev lab this season. Um, in terms of the budget, like we have 33 million, so I could go out there and sign like a starter to a 1 year contract. I'd prefer to go from within on replacing Matt Scott because Matt Scott's gonna be out for 8 more months, so he's gonna miss most of next season. Probably gonna have him fucking spend all this he's probably gonna be out to like July. I'm probably gonna have him spend most of July and August on a rehab assignment because coming back from Tommy John is not fun. So we're gonna just at most at the earliest he's gonna be back by the end of August. So we're gonna just try and rely on either Perryman or somebody else. Um, and Franklin Polino is he got hurt, though he's been kind of iffy. Like he was very good last season, though he was kind of iffy in the playoffs, which not normal from him. Eh, 4 months to remove bone chips, he should be back in time for the start of the season. Um, yeah, I don't really know what we're gonna do this off season. Like there's definitely a few moves we can make. Particularly, I'm gonna need to try and find a way to trade Jake Frioli and Jake Frioli or Dave Colney because like we have these two catchers that are like fantastic. The problem is we only need a single backup catcher to back up Bennett. So I don't know. We'll see what kind of fucking deal we can work out to try and move one of these guys. And we'll see what we can get out of it. Um, anyways, we're gonna go check out the awards, and then we'll head to free agency. So I didn't actually get the NL Gold Gloves, but here are our Gold Gloves for this season: Connor Bennett, Tommy Roberts, and Riley Green. Green gets his second career Gold Glove. Tommy Roberts gets his third, and Connor Bennett locks up his fifth consecutive Gold Glove, as I'm pretty sure they just make these things at catcher for him at this point. Honestly, not probably his weakest season behind the plate, only 8.6 framing runs, um, and 4 passed balls, but I'm not, like, he's still incredible. So, um, glad to see that he kept the streak up. Uh, Tommy Roberts, he was also kind of a tick down on defense this year, but he was still insane and racked up 16 ZR at short. And Riley Green's actually been just really solid in right and left field the last 2 seasons. Now, I do have to admit, part of this is probably because he's getting older and he's a superstar on offense, so the game's just like, oh, well, let's go start giving him gold gloves for no fucking reason. The top reliever in the American League was Jose Romero. In the National League, it was or Vince Arola. That was the National League. Vincent Areola won in the National League. Sanchez came close, but no cigar. Dylan Tallman. Oh wait, that was a trade. Okay, there's a few trades, some rehab news. We got two Gold Gloves this year. Tommy Roberts and Colt Keith got Gold Glove awards, and that's about it. The NL Silver Sluggers, there's not really much here either. Well, actually, there's some good players, including Matt Bitch. Bitch Boy got a fucking Silver Slugger, and Travis Bazana both as well as Josh Gibson. So, there's some name brands, got some silver sluggers there. Our rookie of the year is Ben Fletcher, getting 31 of the 32 first place votes. Yeah, very, very strong rookie season. Let's see if he can keep this up going forward. But I am a very big fan of Ben Fletcher and think that we have a very good player for many years to come. Brendan Gregory won it in the National League. What did Brendan Gregory do? He had damn near a fucking Ben Fletcher type season. Uh, Zach Veen got hurt. That's cool. Weber won the fucking Manager of the Year again. So did Sabathia. Ooh, Starlin Caba got hurt. So he just got like bit by a fucking bug or something. Joe, unanimous Cy Young Award, second place and third place were also Detroit Tigers, with the final two being these guys. A 1, 2, 3 in Cy Young. Look at that shit. In terms of NL Cy Young, J.J. Mussina locked up a unanimous Cy Young Award. The least surprising thing ever. Juan Salazar won the MVP in the American League over Ben Fletcher, and Josh Gibson broke J.J. Mussina's MVP streak. Kind of unfortunate. I'm sure he's very, very upset about this. I'm sure he's just devastated. Yeah, and that's all the awards from this season. Good year for good. We got quite a few awards. We'll see. We will see you at free agency. Okay, so free agents have filed, and I think this is actually a good time to talk about Ben Fletcher's extension. Ben Fletcher has signed a 15-year contract. In reality, it's really only 13 years. These final 2 years, I am not accepting those. I'm obviously going to take the $5 million buyout for 2037 or for 2047 because, $30 million team option, fuck no. But yeah, if you look at his general salary, it's never too high. 6.5, 10, 12, 14, 16 and a half, 2 years of 18 million, a bunch of years of 18.5, and then 2 years of 19.5 near the end. In reality, it's a 13-year, like, oh God, 13-year, $209 million contract, which is definitely a little bit more acceptable than what he would get on the free market. So we'll take that. Very happy for Ben, as he's basically like, it's only $209 million, but he's set for life. He's not going to get like $500 million like he'd probably get on the open market, but whatever. If you look at it, when we initially assigned Sean to his contract, it was 6 years at $122 million. So like regardless, he's getting paid well. But yes, let's look at the actual free agents. It doesn't look like much of a class, just at the look of it. Volpe is probably the best guy in this free agent class, and he's very good. Him and Aaron Judge have basically been the core of the Yankees for years and years and years at this point. But I guess the Yankees don't want to bring back Anthony Volpe, so he's on his way. There's a Japanese reliever, as well as Johan Duran. There's this guy, Kazuno Nakawaga. Yeah, not really what I'm looking for in terms of like a pitcher. Like I'd be interested in signing a pitcher to like a 1-year deal, but not really that. Kyle Brandish, would he be interested in a 1-year contract? I'll even bump up that salary for you a little bit. And $8.5 million for Kyle Brandish. See if he's willing to take a 1-year deal. And honest to God, he may end up being a reliever. Who the hell knows? But there's definitely going to be a battle for that fifth rotation spot between him and Bobby Perrimund. We'll see who actually comes out with the spot. Like, we don't really have a lot of, like, insane relief talent. So I'm actually going to look at him. This guy, what does he want? Could I, like, flip this contract? I'll give him, like, 15 this year. And then 13 next year. And then we rapidly drop off, like, 9... 10, 8.5... 7... You know, I don't actually, like... Cause how many years is arbitration? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll cover the 6th year of arbitration. I don't really know why you'd want a fucking player option. It's arbitration either way. 6.5. Yeah, well, we have the money to throw a guy like him on this off season, so I might as well at least see if we can get this guy. He has like a toxic fucking personality, but fastball splitter combo, yeah, I kind of like that. And his nickname is the Penguin. Okay, you know, it's just Penguin. The Penguin. There you go. Now he's a Batman villain. But yeah, I think this is just kind of a problem we've run into a lot lately. The team's so damn good that there's no real reason in spending a lot of money in free agency. Like, I could also offer him a one... I give you a 1-year deal with a 2nd-year team option afterwards. What do you say, buddy? We might bring in a couple of relievers. Who knows? We'll see in a bit. Okay, so Kyle Brandish has taken us up on that 1-year contract. We're really going to see what happens with him next year, because he's coming off of a major arm injury, and he's been kind of inconsistent throughout his entire career. He could very well end up being in the bullpen within, like, next season. And it's like he could be a fairly decent bullpen arm, but yeah, we'll see. This is Brandish's what? Plenty of years in Baltimore, 2 years in LA. This is his 5th team. Or no, wait. No, this is his 5th team. So yeah, Brandish versus Perrimund to start. In terms of like who the hell gets a starting rotation role. And actually, I'm gonna like be entirely honest with you here. I'm not gonna have fucking Job and Yamamoto pitching in spring training. We're gonna have Ricky Hughes. Where the hell is Brandish? Brandish is gonna fucking pitch in spring training. Shit, do we have like any other? Fuck it, RJ Cope. Cope's gonna fight for a fucking rotation spot. Actually, I guess he's had arm injuries to where he physically can't pitch in the rotation anymore. Well, that sucks. You know what? Just for the memes, we're gonna have fucking John Howard fight for a fucking rotation spot. So these are like these 4 are the guys who are gonna fucking fight to see if they can get into the rotation next year. Just whoever pitches best wins that 5th rotation spot. Fucking battle royale mode. Okay. Spring training battle royale. Okay. We're gonna sim ahead a bit and see if any of those other guys sign. Okay, so we signed Yamato Aiko. The problem was, it was for a bit more than I was expecting. We still have money left, just not a lot. The draft budget and all the budgets are going to be a little bit lower this year than normal because because we made this move. Um, Now, here's the thing. I stand by making this move. The thing that I find kind of confusing about why this move was about this move was he just, for some reason, Seattle was the one who pushed the price up on this guy a fuck ton. Like, he wasn't looking like he was gonna be that much. And then Seattle was just like, oh, well, we're gonna fucking keep pushing you and keep pushing you to fucking spend more and more and more and more until he was fucking. Ugh. I'm annoyed. I definitely had to overpay for him, but yeah, who knows? And the game keeps expecting my fucking budget to drop off. Chris, what are you doing? Why are you dropping my budget? Whatever. Is he satisfied with all his championships and he doesn't need to fucking compete anymore? That's good. Um, I'll see you in a few months. Okay, so I was looking at the Hall of Fame voting, and Shohei Ohtani's not going to make it. Well, actually, yeah, no, he's not going to make it. He got like 20% of the vote in his first year. Shohei Ohtani retired in 2028 due to a torn labrum. Uh, yeah, he was easily on a path to a Hall of Fame trajectory, and then he got a torn labrum, and his career just ended. That's just weird. Okay, so starting spring training, I want to get rid of Jeremy Frioli. Nothing against the guy; he's a fantastic catcher. The problem, and to be fair, he's less of a catcher. He's more of like, I don't know. It's probably more of like a first baseman than anything. But I don't have room for him on the team. And because of this, we're flipping him for like two lower minors starting pitching prospects, a couple of draft picks, and Josh Emmanuel, who will be treated as a bullpen arm. Actually, you know what? He's gonna earn a role in the fucking fight to be a starting pitcher, but he was not good last year. So we'll see what happens um, with him. Uh, okay. I just zoned out. I'm gonna hit complete trade now. Okay, so Kyle Brandish was fine during spring training. He had an ERA of about like 4.5. Actually, can I find his spring stats? Game log? Game log. He pitched fine. Got roughed up in his final outing. He didn't win the job. I'll show you who won the job in a second. But because of this, I've decided and given that we have a glut of bullpen talent, we're gonna trade Brandish to New York for Julio Tovar and an eighth round pick. Okay, so checking the preseason predictions, your Detroit Tigers are expected to go 106-56 and win the American League Metro by 14 games over the Yankees, Pittsburgh, the Mets, the Expos. Basically, everybody but the Red Sox is supposed to be somewhat. The Red Sox and the Jays are supposed to be somewhat competitive. In the South, the Nashville Sound are finally supposed to escape the basement. Is that because, yes, they expect Steve Lucas to take a massive step forward this year. Um, Zion Rose is expected to be amazing again. Really the only hitter on here. Job, Yamamoto, and Crook are supposed to carry the load pitching. In the National League, the Cubs and Rockies are expected to be near the top of the league, as well as the White Sox. And the Padres are supposed to win 100 games. The Beavers, A's, Diamondbacks, and Giants are also expected to be very good. Um, yeah, but the league actually looks like it might have some new competitive teams this year instead of the standard Rockies, occasionally the White Sox, Twins, Beavers, and Giants and Diamondbacks. Like the Mariners are expected to be just god awful. The Red Sox, who were a competitive team early on, are expected to be bad. The Yankees and Pirates, who always make it, are expected to be good. The Mets, who made it last year, are expected to be good. The Nationals are expected to be good, and the Astros are expected to be good, which were teams that made it last year. But the Marlins and Sound getting in, that would be incredible. Especially considering the Sound still haven't had a fucking winning season. Um, but yes. Um, so in other news, Josh McQuaid won that fifth starter battle, um, primarily because Perryman went down with an injury almost immediately, which sucks. Um, Buddy Howard blew out, just completely sucked. Ricky Hughes was awful. Um, uh, what's his name was so bad we traded him. Well, actually, he was just kind of mid, and we didn't really have a spot for him if he wasn't starting, so he got traded. Um, and Josh Emmanuel was fine, but McQuaid pitched better than him, so McQuaid got the job. Um, Here's the bullpen. We're going with three stoppers instead of two, and no long relief guy. The bullpen is fucking locked and loaded, so we should be good. For the first week of this season, Fletcher's going to be out. I'm going to stick him on the 15-day IL or the 10-day IL, and we're going to call up Sergio Delera to be the backup outfielder for the first few games of the year. Trent Maben, we're going to slot him in, and we're going to bat him ninth. I'll just straight up move Sanchez up the order for these first few weeks of the season. Wait, why the fuck was Tommy Roberts hitting ninth? Okay. I don't know what happened there. But yes, the lineup's basically the same as last year. Very little changes. Um, yeah, let's see let's see what happened with the dev lab. That's usually a big fucking thing. Um, John Howard or Buddy Howard did improve his control a little bit, but it obviously wasn't enough. We'll see what he does in. Also, is his game strategy set? Yeah, we're gonna let him start. I kind of went back and forth on whether I was gonna let him start or fucking have him as a reliever, but we're gonna let him start. Guang Sung Ok, um, had a very solid dev lab. His BABIP went up a little bit. Him showing up isn't far off. He's 18, but he's had the fully developed eye this entire time, and the rest of his tools are starting to catch up. Ricky Hughes, no improvement. Perryman, no improvement. Bennett, no improvement. Kenny Williamson had an outstanding eye improvement, though didn't actually come off as all that outstanding. Ben Fletcher had an outstanding eye improvement, and actually Williamson was the fucking power guy, and yeah, I think it was like 5. Yeah. Fletcher had an outstanding eye improvement, and it didn't change his eye at all. So that's cool. Very, very happy about that. No improvement for Keith, though Shonwell had a just straight 10 power improvement, which is crazy. So glad for him there. And Solber's control did improve slightly, but it was actually enough to change his fucking thing. So Sobers is on the has a chance for a breakout this year. If he actually breaks out, that's going to be insane, given just how good Sobers can be. If you look at that fastball slider combo, might need I don't want him to fucking learn an entire new pitch, but he might need one because the fastball slider is good against righties, but he might need a pitch against lefties. And there's the trade that sent off fucking there's the Frioli and well, where's the other trade? I already fucking showed you the goddamn trade. Where is it? Uh, well, here's the second phase of the Dev Labs. Not the only two successes were Keith were improving third, and Bennett improving behind the plate again. So that's cool. Connor Bennett is just he's a fucking machine designed to frame baseballs. Well, that's Fletcher's injury. Where the fuck is? Where's that other trade? I don't care. You already saw the trade. Um, yeah, again, it's another season. The streak's been broken, so we're off to try and start a new one. Do I think we'll get up to 117 wins again? I don't know. I don't really care. Um, just glad we have another year with the fucking core. Um, Job's still dealing. Fucking Green's still good. Roberts is still good. Keith's still good. Should be another fantastic season. Let's go into opening day. Okay, so here we are. And we are ready for another fantastic season of baseball. Jackson Jobe kicks it from the mound. Gets into a nice 0-2 count to the first batter of the year. And here we go for the 2034 season, is it? I think it's 2034. Fly ball into center. Rose is under it. 1 out, and we're underway. Riley Green. Rose. And Rose delivers a base hit. 2, and we are up 1-0 here in the first inning of the season. Can we keep this shit up? Keith's gonna pop out to the fucking catcher or first baseman. Bottom first, 2 out, and Rose gets thrown out by 1.5 miles. Okay, that's great. Okay, Jobe gets through in a couple innings nice and tidy. Rose has a chance to add on, and he will not. Very cool of you. Very cool. Jobe gives up a couple to start the inning, and okay, bases loaded. Jobe, for one of the best pitchers in the league, he really does struggle sometimes. Like, this is just sad, man. He struggles in big moments, like the playoffs, opening day. He has a lot of these fucking moments. Okay, well, we have a chance to fucking come back. Green, runners on second and third, and he strikes out. Okay, we're being just absolutely shut down by Washington. What the fuck? Okay, game. Key 3-1, runner on first. And he walks. First and second, nobody out. Nolan Shawnoel. And he's going to rip this one. Nice play in the gap. Sanchez. He's going to get it down the line. Base hit. 1 run is easily going to just coast right in there, and they're going to hold it second and third. Or wait, is that guy rounding third? No, they held it second and third with 1 man out. Bennett 2-2. And that's a drive. And that's cut off by the guy from getting from the corner, from the left fielder from getting to the corner. But Bennett delivers with a 2-run single here in the 6th. And then a single by Williamson or on the corners for Maben. And he's going to deliver a single of his own. It's 6-0. Or 5-0. I don't know where I got 6-0 from. Bases loaded for Roberts. He walks. Very nice. Bases juiced Riley Green. He struck him out. Zion Rose. And that's bounced out in front of the plate. Inning over. Okay. Job gives up a run here, but he gets through the 7th. That's nice. Keith with a leadoff double. Can we get a few more on the board? Shonowell down the line. Into the corner. That's going to rattle off the wall. And it's 6-3 Detroit here in the 7th. Emilio Sanchez following up Shonowell. He strikes out. Connor Bennett, 3-0 count. He works a nice walk. First and second, 1 man out. Williamson rips it right at the outfielder. Okay, 1-0 count. Maven, that should be a double play ball. It isn't a double play ball. Oh, wait, I guess there was only 1 out in the inning. I guess there were already 2 outs in the inning. I'm going to pull Job. Manuel, we're going to bring in Sanchez for his first regular season appearance with Detroit. Come on, Shonowell, let's add on. No. Okay. 3-run lead. Can this Emmanuel guy get us through the 9th? Grounded to first. 1 out to start the 9th. Ofield grounded to the line to short, 2 outs. The Tigers are 1 out away. Jesus Mesa grounded to second. Sanchez, ball game. Your Detroit Tigers have started off the season well with a opening day victory. The whole team pitched in. Job pitched 7 innings of solid baseball. Only 5 Ks, but, you know, he's never been a guy who strikes out a million batters per 9. Like, even in his best season ever last year, his K numbers were actually down. This guy is, like, he's great, but his K numbers have always been kind of iffy. Green, the whole lineup pitched in. All 9 guys got a hit. Bennett got the 2-run single. Good day. Great day for the boys. Emmanuel with the 2-inning save, 22 pitches. Didn't get a single strikeout, as they just put it in play against him, but the fantastic defense really helps. The fantastic offense, or the fantastic defense helps the fact that we have a bunch of really good pitchers in front of us. Yeah, great game. I look forward to this 2034 season. I'll see you guys at the draft.